So after a couple months and years of weight training and seeing consistent, amazing progress in my physique and how that was boosting my self-esteem and stuff, my curious mind couldn't help but wonder, what next? Is this it? Just building big muscles, and is there more to bodybuilding than just looking good and aesthetics, brah? So as a bodybuilder, I used to ask myself back in the day, what's the point of having big muscles and looking good if one can't even use them for what they're actually meant for? And no, I wasn't interested in functional training and all that crap. I wanted to learn what having big, strong muscles were actually meant for. And then I fell into the rabbit hole of martial arts. And I actually stumbled upon judo. See, I picked judo because personally I just thought it was absolutely badass to learn how to actually throw a dude. So in this video, we're gonna discuss what happens when a gym bro learns how to fight. Dummy, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna lift you, right? 4. Okay. All right, guys, so the athleticism that you build from bodybuilding will definitely translate in fighting when you join your new club. That's how it was for me. When I first started my first couple months of judo, the athleticism that I built from judo, and I used to play soccer too, so all that athleticism translated on the mats, and I had like the most keen advantage, and my progression and my judo skills really helped. In that regards, judo really helped me feel like I stand out amongst other bodybuilders. Like, for example, when I walk into the gym and I see like a big guy benching 3 plates, I go, okay, that's cool, but can you fight? Or can you at least perform 30 basic push-ups? Can you do like basic functional movements? That's all I'm saying. Say you spent a couple years building your physique up and you look pretty good. You've really gotten your strength up to a decent level. You're benching respectable numbers, you're squatting respectable numbers, you can deadlift like 400 pounds plus. That's amazing, isn't it? However, I see this all the time. Bodybuilders in the gym, like super strong. And yeah, they can probably kick an average man's ass because of their strength alone. But what if you're in a scenario like in the city at night and you're walking with your girl and there's like 3 other dudes. They're not as muscular as you, but they're not like scrawny either. And then they try to jump you. Sure, you can probably hold your own with all that muscle, but don't you think if you had functional fighting strength, you wouldn't even break a sweat? You probably will break a sweat, but you know what I mean. Like, it'll be 10 times easier if you can combine your strength you built from bodybuilding with techniques from a martial art. You'd be a freaking badass dude. That's all I'm saying. So the difference is, sure, you'll look big and scary, but if you have to fight another person what if he's even smaller than you, but he knows how to fight? He'll kick your ass. I've seen it multiple times. Like, let's use judo for example. Judo, it translates to the gentle way in Japanese. The whole point of judo is using your opponent's strength and momentum against him. So that means a guy that's even smaller than you, if he knows his technique and he understands gravity and how to use it against you, you're screwed. Same with boxing, same with wrestling, jiu-jitsu, anything. I see skinny dudes whipping like big ass dudes' ass in the club I go to all the time. It's crazy. I especially put emphasis on bodybuilders to learn how to fight. If you're muscular, this message is especially for you. Why are you just gonna stop there? Building your physique, that's great, but branch off into learning other skills, like how to use your muscles for real life scenarios. Because as a man, it's your job to know how to defend your family. As a man, it's your job to know how to defend yourself. As a man, you are responsible for protecting. While you can get away with a lot while having a strong big physique, but I don't know, man, something about combining that with actually being good at fighting, that's gonna make you a weapon in society. So question of the day, guys, which martial art interests you the most? Which one have you been thinking about the most? Comment down below, I would like to know. All right, so I'm not a fan of functional training, guys. If you can lift heavy and do like body weight exercises, that's honestly enough to be performing functional movements in your day-to-day life. You don't need all this crazy circuit training, etc. Now, if you master martial art, that'll make you 10 times more effective when it comes to functionality. Even our ancestors, like if you take 2 men and they're both like muscular, the one who actually knows how to use his muscle for self-defense and violence, they will have the advantage. So skill development from fighting. I started back in 2018 judo, and as I got better and better, I did a few competitions and stuff, and I ranked up. I'm already a green belt. I basically should be a black belt by now, but I haven't really shown up to the club enough for them to rank me up. But anyways, honestly, the biggest benefit you're going to get from learning how to fight, on top of having a decent physique, is that it will skyrocket your confidence. Because I can walk alone in the city or at night, coming back from the grocery store, from the gym or whatever, and compared to how I used to feel when I was a scrawny 15-year-old, I would always like look over my shoulder to make sure that, I wouldn't end up in like a horror story or something, like, some guy's trying to mug me or something. But now I'm a lot more confident. Like, I don't fear that, because I know if I get jumped or whatever, like, I can hold my own, at least until the police come. It depends how many people are jumping me, but I can at least like kick somebody's ass, and I don't have to depend on calling like the cops for like fighting one or two dudes off. I'm ready. It's as Bruce Lee once said, you must train every part of your body.
With no real fighting. Well then, baby, you better train every part of your body.
I don't have to go to the bank or something with somebody accompanying me. Like, I can do a lot of my stuff alone. And it's not because of ego, it's because of competence. Because over the years, I've built this skill of fighting. And I know through throwing multiple people during practice and competition to stuff, I can clearly translate that into real life scenarios. So gym bros will become more confident once they learn how to use their muscles for good use. Kick somebody's ass. Haha. Ever since I've started judo, I've noticed a increase in my fast twitch muscle fiber performance and endurance. Because when you're doing a lot of sparring and stuff, it requires a lot of endurance to like hold somebody against you, like push somebody off from attacking. And that builds a lot of delt and rear delt endurance from like pulling on people. Yeah, I feel a lot of my rear delts. I've just learned to just breathe more through my nose, not fatigue myself, not gas myself out in a fight. I learned how to pace myself, not, like I said, gas out. Kind of like Mayweather's fighting style, where he just like defends a lot in the beginning, and then during the last couple of rounds, that's when he goes and finishes off his opponent. That's kind of like the fighting style I adapt in judo, where I just kind of like chill in the beginning and try to defend a little bit and like attack. And then when I see my opponent's tired, that's kind of when I finish him off. It's like kind of cruel, but hey, that's survival of the fittest out here. And yeah, that translates into real life confidence, real life scenarios where I could apply that, and just like if somebody wants to fight, like throw their shitty punches at me, I'll just like, stand back, and then once they're done, going for the kill. That's how you do it. That's the Joey Gonzalez way of doing it. Hey, so if you guys want a more in-depth analysis as to how exactly judo helped self-improve my life, or improve my life, then continue watching this video up here. And if you're new and you got some value out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe to join the Joey Gonzalez community. Alright, see you in the next one.